Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh, it's Professor Hulk. Please don't smash me.
I wouldn't smash you.
Really, sir?
That's just too gratuitous. I got this.
You are fucked.
Misa don't feel good.
That was badass.
Watch this.
Misa back. No, wait. Oh, hi. No, wait.
I could watch this all day.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Avengers Endgame figure. It's Professor Hulk, or just Hulk. Now, I found this at my local Target on the south side of Indianapolis over in Southport, and yeah, this was an interesting figure. I didn't know that this was coming out. I know they had a Hulk figure that had, like, I don't know, like a piece of shrapnel or something for a hammer. Well, this guy, spoiler alert, actually has the Infinity Gauntlet that Tony Stark built for the movie, and I've only seen this at Target, so I'm wondering if it's a Target exclusive. If you know, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, pretty neat. Let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have the Professor Hulk with the gauntlet in a package, and it's just like the other packaging that we've been getting for the Avengers Endgame. It just says Avengers, it doesn't say Endgame, which is really strange to me. It says Hulk up here. We get a picture of Professor Hulk right there. He's in his little purple spandex suit that he wears in the movie, and then he's got the Infinity Gauntlets that Tony Stark makes, which is kind of funny because in Infinity War they made a big deal about the dwarf having to make the Infinity Stone because it's the only thing that could house all those stones at once, but Tony Stark can do it like in 30 minutes? Yeah, it was really, really weird, but what are you going to do? Plot holes. But yeah, definitely kind of cool. The packaging is a little flimsy on this, but you know, it's packaging. It's going to get thrown away, but yeah, there it is. There's the artwork. Looks pretty decent. There's Hulk, and there's the Infinity Gauntlet, and it says Avengers! And yeah, that's the Hulk. And that's really all that's on the front of the package. Back of the package here has got some artwork of the Professor Hulk here, and it's got a little bio that says, "The gamma-powered Hulk smashes into battle to protect the universe." And then other figures in the wave, looks like Thanos, Iron Man, which I've already reviewed. Then there's the Hulk in the Avengers costume with, like, the debris hammer. I have not seen the Thanos. I'd be interested to check that out. But yeah, so there it is. There he is, the Hulk. And then here are the other figures in the wave, and I did not see the Thanos at all. So yeah, don't know where he's at. But that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Professor Hulk out of box and see what we think. So here we have Professor Hulk out of the packaging, and you know what? For a movie line figure, I've been having a lot of fun with this guy. I don't think we're going to get a Marvel Legends version of him, so this may be the only version of this Hulk that we get, especially with a gauntlet. I don't think any of the other Marvel Legends figures actually come with a gauntlet. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the notes below, but I think this is the only Endgame toy that has this accessory. And of course, taking a look at the gauntlet here, it actually reminds me a lot of the old Lion-O, claw shield, where it basically just kind of clamps onto it. It's a very soft, pliable rubber. And it's interesting. It's got a lot of detail, but the paint apps are not very great. And it still kills me that they made a big point in Infinity War that you had to have the Dinklage dwarf create the gauntlet to hold the stones because nothing could do it. And then Tony Stark built this thing. So, I don't know. But whatever, it's a movie MacGuffin. It is what it is. Now, as far as the Hulk figure goes, it's actually a pretty hefty figure, but it's really kind of mostly the legs. The body is kind of hollow, which is weird. And then the legs are very solid plastic, so are the arms. As far as articulation goes, he can look that far down. He can look that far up. His head moves back and forth. It's on a ball joint. His arms can move all the way around, which is cool. They move out that far, which is nice. And then he's got a single joint at the elbow that also twists all the way around, which is pretty nice. No twist at the waist, which is redonkulous. I wish it had that. And then his leg kicks up that far, does not kick back at all, and there is no other articulation on the figure at all, which is a shame. And it's kind of got a weird stance to get him upright. His feet are kind of, one leg's a little bit more forward than the other, which I guess makes okay for posing. It's just, I don't know, it's different. Now the play gimmick, of course, is the gauntlet, so you just kind of slap it onto the figure, turn the wrist a little bit, and there he goes. He has it on there, and this is definitely the pose I will have it in on my shelf. Because the whole point for me to get this was to have the Hulk, the Professor Hulk, with the gauntlet, and I just really, really like that. Now, as far as posability with it, there's not much you can really do because the gauntlet kind of hampers that, and you can see the back of the arm, so you can really only kind of get it into this pose, which this is actually probably how I'll pose him on there. Yeah, you can kind of turn his little head this way, I guess, and it looks pretty cool. I will give it that. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, you know, it's not bad. It looks pretty much like the Hulk that we get in this movie. I like the shoulder little triangle pieces. It almost has a shield kind of look to it. I wish he had some scruff around his face like we saw in the movie. The purple and the gray look really, really good on this figure. It's also missing some, I think, some gray paint wash in the hair. Lots of detail on the back, but we don't get that much paint detail, just up around the shoulder, which, you know, I guess it works. But overall, I think they did a good job with it. It's not my favorite incarnation of the Hulk, but it's not bad, and it was pretty funny for, you know, at least one movie venture. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, I like the purple and the gray suit. He's got two kind of clenched fists. The whole reason I even got this, like I said, was for the Infinity Gauntlet here. I like the design. There's lots of detail, but it's missing a lot of paint apps. And one of the, you know, stones was red. They just used the red plastic, which I can see why they did that. But I feel like the thumb stone should be higher up on the knuckle. I'll have to go back and watch the film itself, I guess. He's got a pretty flat little Hulk butt right there. But overall, you know, I think, you know, it works for the $10 line. Even though this is a couple bucks more, it is a little bit bigger figure. So I guess I'll give it that. But absolutely had to get it for this gauntlet. But it could use a black wash and some additional paint details, which I might do one of these days. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, it's a very stable figure to stand, which is nice, but it needs more, you know, articulation in the knees and in the waist. He's got his feet out open. He's just kind of got these spandex straps around him, so we get the little Hulk toes, which is kind of cool. But considering the character, he wants to be more human and more civilized. You would think that he would be wearing shoes, but it is what it is. It works for me. It's a Hulk figure. Again, the purple and the gray and the light gray look good, and the black straps, the little bands on his feet, very, very nice. Overall, I think the color scheme looks good. For comparison, so here we have Professor Hulk with my only other two Avengers Endgame movie figures. We've got Captain America and Iron Man here, and he looks pretty cool. I'll give him that. Now, the alternate version of the Professor Hulk actually comes with the Avengers costume that they've got here, and then he's got, it looks like a debris hammer from the whole New York battle scene, I'm guessing is what it's supposed to be from. But personally, if I'm going to complete out an Avengers Endgame movie figure line, I definitely like this Hulk better, because he's got the gauntlet. And I kind of like the purple jumpsuit. It just, you know, screams, you know, comic book Gamma Hulk to me. Wait, I lied. I've got Ronin too. Sorry, buddy. So is the Professor Hulk with the Iron Infinity Gauntlet something you want in your Marvel collection? Well, if you're collecting all the Endgame figures, this is probably something that you're going to want. I'm presuming this is a Target exclusive because I've only seen it there. Again, if I'm wrong, leave a comment down below. This is, as far as I know, the only figure in the Endgame line, whether it be the movie line or the Marvel Legends, that has one of the I call it the Iron Gauntlet, that Stark built for the Infinity Stones, which is why I wanted the figure. I think that is very, very cool, and it's not a bad figure. I wish it had a little bit better paint apps around the face to give them the 5 o'clock shadow, and it definitely needs a lot more articulation. But you get the purple jumpsuit, kind of the gamma jumpsuit that you see in the comics a lot, that you don't get on the other figure. So between this one and the Avengers kind of uniform Hulk, personally, I think this one's better. Now, it's a little more expensive than the other movie line figures. It was $12.99, but it's also a little bit bigger toy. So there he is, Professor Hulk with the Iron Infinity Gauntlet from Avengers Endgame.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.